Have you ever wondered why food tastes so different depending on where it's grown? From massive fields in the US to small vineyards in France, how we grow food reveals a lot about our history, our values, and our future. In today's video, we're comparing how food is grown in the United States versus Europe, and diving into the unique methods used in countries like France, Italy, and the Netherlands. Let's dig in. In the US, farming is big, literally. Many American farms span thousands of acres, relying on heavy machinery, synthetic fertilizers, and monoculture systems like corn and soy. It's a system built for scale and speed. But in Europe, smaller family farms dominate the landscape. Instead of focusing on one crop, European farms often use mixed farming, growing a variety of vegetables, herbs, and fruits, sometimes alongside animals. It's slower, but more sustainable and diverse. Here's a big one: GMOs and pesticides. In the US, genetically modified crops are widespread and legal, especially corn, soy, and cotton. In Europe, it's a different story. Most countries ban or severely restrict GMOs. France, Germany, and Italy prioritize heirloom varieties and organic growing methods, and strict regulations limit pesticide use, often favoring natural alternatives. Geography plays a major role too. American farms in the West often depend on irrigation due to dry climates. Think California's Central Valley. In contrast, most European farms benefit from natural rainfall, especially in countries like Germany, the UK, and France. But Southern Europe, like Spain and Italy, uses centuries-old methods like dry farming and terracing to conserve water. Let's visit France. Famous for wine, cheese, and baguettes, France protects its agricultural identity fiercely. Farmers often follow agroecology, biodynamics, and avoid GMOs altogether. Local markets are central to community life, and you'll see a deep respect for terroir, the idea that where a crop grows affects its flavor and quality. Germany leads Europe in organic farming. Urban dwellers grow food in Schrebergarten, small leased garden plots you'll find in nearly every city. They also have strict composting laws and a strong culture of waste reduction, even at the household level. Germany proves that you don't need acres to grow abundantly. In Italy, food is identity. Farms often grow heritage seeds, passed down through generations, especially tomatoes, olives, basil, and grapes. You'll see terraced farms in the hills, polyculture gardens in villages, and a growing movement to preserve seed sovereignty. For Italians, food isn't just survival, it's sacred. And then there's the Netherlands, small in size but massive in innovation. They're pioneers in hydroponics, vertical farming, and LED-lit greenhouses. Using AI, robots, and circular systems, Dutch farmers grow more food per square foot than nearly anywhere else. Their approach? Feed the world with less. Spain shows resilience in dry climates. Southern regions use plastic tunnels, dry farming, and cooperatives to grow citrus, almonds, and peppers. Meanwhile, northern Spain is embracing agroforestry, mixing trees and crops in a symbiotic system. The UK's gardens are packed with character and care. Allotment gardens, small plots rented from the council, are a beloved part of British culture. Many gardeners follow no-dig gardening to protect soil life and reduce weeding. Permaculture is growing in popularity, blending food, ecology, and design into one system. Even in colder climates like Sweden and Norway, farming thrives. Thanks to season extension, greenhouse tech, and forest gardening, Nordic growers are producing more local food despite short seasons. And yes, they also forage. Think lingonberries, cloudberries, and wild mushrooms. So, whether it's the industrial scale of US farms or the deep-rooted traditions of Europe, every region has its own way of feeding people and caring for the land. But one thing's clear: the future of food may lie in combining the best of both worlds: innovation, sustainability, and a return to community-based growing. If you enjoyed this global tour of gardening and farming, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Wormy Garden. Let's grow smarter together.